chase my dreams. I won't regret when the sun sets, cause I live my life like I'm a beast. I control my breath, keep my body ready, focus on the finish.
Hello YouTube people. Alright, so I'm back with another video for you. This is a video that I wanted to make for so long just because this is something that I deal with like every single day. I know it's really common among a lot of girls just because of the whole monthly thing. This is just something that everyone goes through. You're never gonna look great 100% of the time. Your body's always changing, depending on what you eat, what you're doing, how you're feeling overall. So this is why I'm making this video, because I just want to explain how it is normal if you're bloated. Bloating is not always a bad thing, it's just part of life. But there are times in your life when you kind of just want to look good. I mean, if you're having a beach day or if you're going out that night, you don't want to be super bloated because it's never a fun feeling and it's hard to be really confident when you are bloated. So that's what this video is for. And so I'm going to get into it. First of all, I just want to quickly go over what causes bloating. Most of you probably already know, but in girls, commonly it's just your period every month. You get bloated the week prior, and then as it goes on, you get less and less bloated. This is a big one just because it can also like mess with your mind if you're trying to lose weight or something, but that's the number one thing I think for girls. Number two, everyone experiences is like constipation. You can't go to the washroom, which is my issue because I do have IBS and it's always been a huge issue for me. So constipation is definitely a big one. No one likes to talk about it, but it can be one of the number one reasons you're bloated as well. Then lastly, it's just water retention. Maybe you're really dehydrated, you're not drinking enough water, and you're just holding all that water in your body, or you just had a large refeed or something like that, and the extra water that comes with carbohydrates are still hanging on there in your stomach, stuff like that. So going to go through my ways, like personally what I do to get rid of bloating, basically in like a day or two, because I like fast results. So number one, most obvious reason ever is drink water. Like, I know you hear that and you're like, okay, yeah, I'll drink some more water. Like, take it seriously. Like, drink a ton of water. Like, just down water, because water is like almost like a natural laxative. Like, it just like keeps everything moving in your body. And honestly, like, out of everything I say today, like, water is probably the number one thing. Like, just down your water, and don't just do it all at one time in the day. Like, try and do it like throughout the entire day, because that's the best way to do it. So definitely water. Number two is asparagus. It sounds really random, but asparagus is a natural diuretic. Like, it's food that you can eat that will make you pee more and you'll lose more water out of your body. If you don't like it, just cook some up, eat it quickly, try that out. Another thing that's kind of like a natural diuretic is dandelion root tea, which is a tea I think you can get at most grocery stores. Just have a cup of that. Few cups during the day. It's supposed to help, again, just as a natural diuretic to flush water out of your body. The obvious one that we all know is coffee. Coffee is a great laxative. It has a laxative effect. You drink a lot of coffee right away. So yeah, coffee is a great one. If you don't want to have a cup of coffee, you can always try caffeine pills. They do pretty much the same thing. Just drink a bunch of water if you're gonna have a pill with it, because that together can work really well. And then also like something for, say, like constipation. It's more long-term effect, but it's very important, is fiber intake. As a regular person, you want to be intaking basically 14 grams of fiber for every 1,000 calories that you're eating. That's kind of a good number to aim for. And fiber, like, so important. I can't stress how important. People with IBS, you want to keep your fiber intake not too high but not too low. Usually like 20 to 25 gram range is really great for keeping things moving but not having your fiber too high. Foods high in fiber that I would recommend are Fiber One cereal, like the crunchy cereal, the brand, because that's like such a high fiber intake for a little food that you can have. So it's kind of an easy way to get in your fiber if you're really low for that day. Also, things like Quest bars have a lot of fiber. It's not always the best fiber source, but you can get fiber from Quest bars really easily. Avocados are super high in fiber. Just eating a lot of vegetables throughout the day can really help, because the fiber in vegetables is probably some of the best fiber you can get. And there's a ton of other things that have fiber in them as well, like beans and stuff like that. But again, like if you do have something like IBS like I do, I don't recommend using beans or nuts and seeds like as much for your fiber sources. I would just keep them to a minimum just because they are kind of hard on your digestive system. Other thing is just hot water. I find that hot water works better than drinking regular water. It just kind of helps things move a little bit more. I don't know if that's just me, but that's what I find. But yeah, those are my tips. I don't want to like keep this video going too long, so tips should get rid of your bloating like really quickly. Like I'd say like 1 to 2 days. If it doesn't, then maybe there's something else going on, or you want to look at your diet overall, because especially if you're overeating or something like that, I mean, you could be holding a lot of water. The only other thing I can think of is if you are eating a lot of high carb foods, like I mentioned earlier, glycogen means more water storage. So for every gram of carbohydrate or something that you consume, you're going to hold a little bit of water with that carbohydrate. So if you really, really want to lean out, like it's your goal, then I recommend eating low carb for a few days, just a lot of low carb foods. Again, just drinking a ton of water, and trust me, you will lean out so quickly. You'll probably lose a few pounds of water weight just because of that. So again, low carb diets are probably the best way to lose a lot of water really fast, but that's only like extreme measures. I wouldn't recommend that to the average person that's just trying to, you know, lean out a little bit. But again, that's like if you really, really want to lean out for like a photo shoot or something like that. But yeah, so those are all my tips. I hope you guys like this video. I've always wanted to make it, so I hope it's helpful to some of you, because bloating is not a fun thing and I deal with it all the time. So don't feel like you're alone in dealing with it. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video, alright? Bye!